Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another game of Major League Wingspan. Here in the 2026 regular season, we are now at the halfway point. We have played 15 games so far. We've got 9 wins and 6 defeats, so not bad at all. I think if we can keep that record up in the second half of the season, we should be finding ourselves in a playoff spot. So yeah, we've got a game coming up here, in which we go first, so that is always nice. And we'll see if that's going to help us out with a nice starting hand in this game. What are we going to get? Okay, nothing really too good. I mean, Gagnon, we may have to go with that as the only real wetland bird, but giving away cards is always risky at the start of the game, and yeah, nothing really in the tray to get excited about. So is the bonus card any good? Prairie Manager or Forester, I mean, which do you want? I'd probably go Forester here. No guarantee of either of those working out especially well. I could go Blue Jay here as well, just as a way of getting a nice cheap forest bird in there, but equally there's that red-bellied woodpecker in the tray, does the same thing. I think probably I could look at going for that instead. So yeah, I think it's going to be Gagnon and food, do some digging in this game, at least in this early round one, and see what we can get to hopefully build around this. Alright, here we go on to our first turn here, and yeah, it's going to be getting this Gagnon in, so I think I'll be keeping the nectar, and I'll keep the worm as well for just a little bit of flexibility depending on what we can find. So yeah, hopefully some good stuff will come our way. As I say, maybe that red-bellied woodpecker might be something to grab if I can't find another forest option, but looks like my opponent's got a forest option. Indigo bunting in the forest. We'll see if that works out for them. But we'll definitely be getting some food. And I'm going to be giving cards, which, as I say, I don't like. But I feel like I probably have to in this position. So go off the top. Bruce Blackbird. I mean, if I find I'm not getting good birds, maybe I can tuck them onto that. We'll go off the top as well. Grey Heron. Not what I want. Rosy Starling, though, that is very interesting. So I may just go with that. I may just go ahead and yeah, get that in the wetlands, and I'm going to keep throwing cards around, but we're going to be scoring points. We're going to be getting food in the wetlands. Rosy Starling certainly feels like a bird worth building things around, so let's grab food, grab some nectar, and yeah, we'll be able to get this Rosy Starling in pretty quickly in this game. Can't complain about that for a nice early draw here. So I think what I'm going to do probably, I'm tempted to spend the nectar here. I'm tempted to spend the nectar just to get on the board, just to qualify for Grassless Nectar, and then I can play the Starling with the remaining food, get on the board for nectar in the wetlands as well, because I might not be taking food much more in this game. That might be the last nectar I see, because if I'm just going with the Starling, if I'm going to be drawing cards, tucking, getting worms through that, I'd like to try and manage that as my sole food source for as much as I can get away with. So not wetland card access for my opponent is Premonitory Warbler, so I may be tactful about how I use this Gagnon. I may be skipping somewhat because it's a point for me, but it's a card for my opponent, which, yeah, they're really struggling for cards here. So I think unless or until a good wetland bird goes in there, I may be skipping a little bit there, but we'll go off the top of the deck, see what we can find. Nothing great, so yeah, I think we'll tuck those. And I'm going to be skipping here. I'm going to be skipping this Gagnon. We'll see, yeah, if I start using that again later in the game, but for now, absolutely want to minimize risk of helping my opponent too much here. In the early game, at least, where cards, as we can see, can be hard to get hold of and can be so precious in order to go and grab. So Little Bustard, what's the pickup from the tray? I'll get that in. Not a bad early game bird. Yeah, I think we just keep on digging, and hello, Bush Tit. I will definitely take that as a very nice find. So I think that would be enough for me to go ahead and I think ditch these two in the interest of grabbing a worm. Skip the Gagnon again. And yeah, I think now I just take cards again, force down the Bush Tit. Next round, we're getting eggs in this wetlands now, along with the tucks and the food. So It's all in one. It's complete. Just need to find more card access so that maybe I don't use this Gallignule. But more tucking birds is always good. More tuck and draws to add to this. More point scoring. I think that is going to be the key to this game is, yeah, building a nice engine because we've got a really good start here. A really good start in the wetlands. So more card drawing from my opponent. Not resetting the tray, which is interesting. I think I might be tempted to be resetting this tray here with some of that food, but we're not seeing that happen. So yeah, we'll go ahead and draw cards. And hello, order is goal. That is about as perfect a draw as we could have hoped for. So I'll definitely be taking that. No questions asked. And yeah, we'll keep skipping. We'll keep skipping this Gallignule. I have no interest in using that until I see a bit more card access for my opponent, at which point I can afford to give those out and take the points for myself. So a little bit of defensive play, but sometimes defensive play is the right choice, and I think it probably is here. So we'll see what this last turn has got in store. Maybe it's a bird going down. Maybe it'll be more card drawing going on. We shall see. But yeah, we do lose that end of our goal as expected. We come into second round. Okay, it was the chickadee going down. So nice extension in the forest. Rough has come up, which, yeah, I would expect that to be grabbed pretty quickly. And just as quickly, we'll get this bush tit in. So that is going to be a really, really nice play here. Getting those tucks, getting those eggs. And yeah, hopefully we can get Orderwin's Gull in pretty soon afterwards. So I'll probably just take cards 3 times here, get the 3 worms, and force that in. And see what else we can get in the meantime. So nothing too interesting. That's fine. We'll take the tuck and the egg, tuck and the worm. And again, I think I'm going to keep skipping here. I'm going to keep refusing to help my opponent, especially with that rough, because, you know, now not only are those cards going to potentially be good once they're drawn by my opponent, but also when they're tucked under the rough. So I really don't want that coming back to bite me later on. So Garden Warbler's not a bad one here. I think I will still tuck it though. I want the point. I want the worm. And yeah, once again, we'll be skipping the Gallignule. And certainly once this Order's Goal goes in, I probably won't really need to use the Gallignule at all, because I'll be getting 3 cards. The Gull will give a 4th. That's all my tucking material needed for these 2 wetland birds. So yeah, Gallignule, it kind of did its job by getting me Rosie Starling at the start. Following that, don't really see myself using it too much here. So one more round of drawing cards here. Wow, we are getting some bad stuff here. Koromako, you can get tucked. And yeah, we got the worm. We got what we need. So it's been a nice little 3-point engine up until now. Order's Goal just blows everything wide open. You know, we're basically doubling our point generation here, going up from 3 to 6 in this round 2 is so nice. And yeah, gives something nice to work on. Maybe adding that 5th and final bird to, but just on its own, this engine is going to be really good. So there goes the rough in the grasslands, which is interesting, not in the wetlands. So we'll see if there is more card draw coming in from somewhere. We've got our own here though. Order's Goal. So yeah, really, really nice setup in this wetlands. Not really the direction I expected this game to go in when I started with Purple Gallignule, but you know, you take what you get, you work with what the deck gives you, and the deck has given me some nice wetland engine birds so far in this game. So we can look to use those very much to our advantage and hope that, yeah, my opponent's card draw continues to be as weak as it currently is. But I do suspect maybe, just maybe, there is a wetland option in here somewhere. Otherwise, yeah, I would have been tempted to go with the rough to try and increase the card access down there, but we'll see what the plan is. See what my opponent has got cooking, because I'm sure there is something going on there. But there we go, drawing cards now. So yeah, we can go ahead, draw ourselves as well. What are we going to get here? We're going to get Bioweaver. I mean, it's a little bit overkill, if I'm honest, in this situation, but I'll take it anyway. And yeah, I mean, maybe that is an option here if we do insist on using this Gallignule at some point in the game. So we'll do our tuck there. I think I will keep Bioweaver for now. And yeah, maybe... Oh, do I use this Gallignule? I think it's risky. I'm going to skip it for now. maybe in the next round, after this round of rough activations, where there's a little bit less risk of giving more tucking fodder, or even worse, giving more good birds to play. So we'll hold off. But yeah, Bioweaver, I don't know, that could be an option. I'm kind of hoping for something else. But Blue-eared Warbler, so it's all big point birds going in here. That's a nice play for my opponent. So yeah, we'll continue card drawing, see what else we get coming up. We'll get a Hooded Warbler, so that honestly is a pretty good find. I'll play that for the Forester later on with some of these worms. I don't think necessarily either of these is going to be that helpful of a play. I'll keep the Cult Gull, but yeah, it's going to get tucked anyway, so we'll tuck. I think just these two. Again, by Weaver, I'll keep hold of it for now. Although that probably will be a tuck later on. And yeah, we'll skip. That might be the last time we skip the Galileo, but we'll see. I think we're going to have to try and be smart about how we manage the card throwing throughout this game, because my opponent does have a bit of a healthy supply of cards now. So it is maybe getting to the point where I actually want that value. I want that point from the Galileo card. So we shall see. But yeah, 3 tucks on the rough. That's going to be powerful. And they win the end of our goal uncontested, so that's a big chunk of points. We're coming to the next round, and okay, we've got a Rose Ring Parakeet, which that can sometimes be a nice one to just have up your sleeve ready in case of a nice bird that you want to copy that your opponent's played. So I think I will grab that here, American Woodcock, also a nice big point bird. So don't hate that. I think I will start throwing eggs here because Bushta is going to fill up otherwise. And Red-Eyed Vireo, I'll take that. I mean, Wood Duck. Also a nice bird sometimes, but Red-Eyed Vireo, we might actually be able to score this Forester here if we can get the right place. So happy with that. We'll do a tuck here. And yeah, maybe Woodcock. Maybe that's a bridge too far. I would like to take the extra points here while I can. And yeah, do I start taking risks? Do I start playing risky? The thing is, each of these cards at the moment could just be thrown for food or an egg, which is essentially worth more than a point for my opponent. So we'll keep skipping for now. I think the only thing that might make me consider is if I do play the Spy Weaver, because that is going to be suddenly extra tucks, extra points with each card. So yeah, I'll be able to really go heavy, use more of the Galileo, get more cards, get more tucks. That could well be the option for the rest of this game, but I think I'll wait until I have the food for the Bioweaver. So it's probably 2 more turns drawing cards here, and then I'll decide whether to go for it or not. Or, I mean, there's still time for if a Mute Swan or something wants to show up. That would be very, very much welcome. So we'll ditch the egg again. See what we can get here this time. Snow Bunting. I think I will keep hold of that. I'm not going to play the Whooping Crane. Snow Bunting could be an interesting one if my opponent does start going with tucking birds as well. I think probably this Wattlebird is not going to get played, so let's tuck those 3. And once more, we skip the Galileo. So, as I say, I could see potential for that being really useful in the last round, where actually the cards, you know, probably not going to be super useful for my opponent. Getting a few duds through. They will definitely be worth a point for me, but might be worthless at that stage of the game for my opponent here. So, 1 more turn drawing cards, I think we'll do. I could take food. I'm sort of considering maybe at some point taking food just so I get the qualification on the Nectar up there, but it's only 2 points. It's not really worth it when I know I can score, you know, 6+ points in this Wetlands. And I'm still getting the food there through the Rosy Starling, so I think that's going to be the play for me, is to keep on doing that. And yeah, my opponent is laying eggs here, is throwing some of these cards, so I'm glad I'm not giving more away at this stage to give more options to work with. So can we get anything good here? Juan Raven sort of counts, but I don't think really it's the game for you. I mean, could be an interesting option to get some Nectar. And that last set of round goal, my opponent is struggling a little bit at the moment, but yeah, not sure necessarily that that's going to be the right way to go in this game. So I think I will just tuck the 3 of these, get rid of them, And yeah, skip. Skip the Gagnon. We're going to keep skipping it. And I think given that we've not found anything better, I think Bioweaver... Bioweaver's going to go in. We'll get that down. And yeah, use this for more points. We're going to get another bird for this end of round goal, which might make a difference. I'm sort of expecting my opponent will get what they want. We'll get another bird in. Spoonbill Sandpiper. I wasn't expecting that, so okay. That's kind of fun. We're going to get a new bonus card at this stage of the game. And honestly, I think I'm going to spend eggs because I can see this bush tit's going to run out eventually. So this is basically going to be free. A free choice of 2 bonus cards. Can we get lucky and find bird counter? No. We're going to get Grass and Ranger and Grass and Data Analyst. So probably 2 of the worst bonus cards we could have hoped to find there, which is a definite shame. So I don't think it's going to matter. I'll take Data Analyst. They're both awful. Now I'm just hoping if my opponent wants to play, Abbott's Booby or a North Island Brown Kiwi, that would be very nice. I can maybe turn that into something better. But for now, here we go. Bioweaver is going in. So now we're going to switch on the Gagnon, I think. Now we're going to be a bit more aggressive in using it. But I'm going to wait and let my opponent draw cards first because I think that's what they're scheming. That's what they're planning, having played the Spoonbill Sandpiper, just to get, let's say, that little bit extra card access coming through here. But we'll see. It's entirely up to me whether I use Gagnon, you'll give out that free card or not. But yeah, we've got a few tucks. I'd say I've got these nice forest plays up my sleeve. I'd very much like if I could get another double bird. There's plenty of those out there that hit forest and only eat worms. So working with that would be very nice. And there you go. Art's good you shall receive. Tufted Titmouse off the top of the deck. Exactly what I wanted. So lovely stuff. So okay, we'll just do the 1 tuck, I think, here on the Bioweaver. Do we want to do 2? I think Snow Bunting, I'm probably not going to see that getting played. So let's do 2 on the Bioweaver. We can always skip on the Razy Styling later on, which we may well do. Peaceful Dove, you can go away. Coppersmith Barber, I think, also can go. And yeah, I think Snow Bunting too. I don't think really there's going to be time for that. I don't think there's going to be food for that either. So we'll ditch you. And yeah, do I? Do I do it? I'm certainly seeing a world here where my opponent is going to play a Grass and Bird and then lay eggs. So that card may be either an extra egg at worst or another rough tuck. So I think I'm going to skip. And I think maybe it's that last round where I know there's less potential for damage, less opportunity to do things with the free cards that I'm giving out. So we'll see. But yeah, this has been a nice Wetlands. Definitely glad I played the Bioweaver. That's going to be just getting more points. Each tuck on there is worth 2 points instead of just 1 on the Rosy Starling. But it also gets me an extra card just by being there. So 2 more points per turn. We're going to use that enough. And yeah, this triple play is what it's going to be in the forest. Will be nice. And okay, Kakabo's gone down, so it's not a grass and play, but this will still save us a very nice egg from my opponent not being able to get, because they're not going to throw one of those cards that we would have otherwise given. And we are going to tie the end around goal, which is a lovely, lovely stuff. So we'll draw. The Goshawk's honestly kind of cool. I might keep that just up my sleeve for that last end of round goal. I don't expect my opponent would necessarily see that coming in, and it could be handy, as I say, for the end of round goal. So we'll see what else we get. That's even more handy. That's even better. So that's an upgrade. We'll definitely be keeping that. And yeah, let's go tuck. This parakeet is going to be tough. I am not so sure that I'm going to play that, but we'll keep it for now. Yeah, I think really Goshawk. You probably can go, because if we're in a world where I have to play both the Eagle and the Goshawk to do something for the end of round goal, it's probably not worth it. I'm probably just going to be better off drawing cards, running this Wetlands engine, and yeah, getting all those tucks that I know I could be scoring through that turn. So yeah, not a bad engine, not a bad situation to be in. Going into this last round, feeling good, but my opponent, some big point plays come out, and there's some big bonus card birds as well. I'm slightly worried about the prospect of Endangered Species Protector ruining my day, so we'll see on that. But yeah, for now, we're in a good spot. It's just what cards are in hand and what can that rough do through this last opportunity I would expect from my opponent to turn some of those cards into something good. So looks like they grabbed a bit of food, maybe prepping for round 4 play. And yeah, there we go, using the rough. We'll see how many cards are going to get tucked, if it is going to be the full 3 cards or not in this situation. Indeed it is. So in a way reassuring that those 3 cards were not good, but in a way not so reassuring, because 3 points and 3 opportunities to find better cards. Then Marsh Warbler's come up, which that certainly counts as a good one. Copying Kakapo here feels like a good thing to be doing for my opponent, so I would expect them to grab that. But yeah, for me, I think it's just cards twice more, do my triple play, clear out some eggs, then maybe cards once more after that, and then we'll see on this eagle. I'm going to keep it open, keep the option available for me to play that. Because yeah, if that does make a difference, if that does win the end of round goal, it's totally going to be worth playing in this game. 3 rats is a lot, and I don't really see my opponent necessarily being able to match that, or at least get beyond the total I'll be able to make. Obviously, Bold Eagle is sat there in the tray, so that is another nice one for this end of round goal. But it looks like they're not going for it. It looks like food is being grabbed. So clearly happy with what's in the hand already, and I will be blocking those birds because I do not want Marsh Warbler nor Bold Eagle to find their way onto my opponent's board in this game. So yeah, food was grabbed. Food was indeed grabbed. So I will be blocking these cards along with whatever else we could get. So you're getting tucked. You're getting tucked. Order and Skull. Another bird. Another double play bird. And actually a slightly better one than Tufted Titmouse. So that's an upgrade. We will take that. Very, very nice. Yeah, Spotted Dove. I think we'll get rid of you. And Rosie Starling. Okay. Yeah, I really don't want to tuck this Parakeet just in case, but I don't think I'm going to have food to play it, in all honesty, nor this Marsh Warbler, so we'll keep all of these double play options for now, at the very least. And yeah, do I? do I use the Gallignol here? I think if I'm going to use it, I have to commit to using it every turn and just hope that these cards are overwhelming and not going to be providing value. But the problem is, my opponent doesn't have much in the way of eggs. I know that those cards are going to get thrown for more eggs, but yeah, do I want to take the risk? Do I want to take the risk at this stage of the game? Is a very, very difficult question to answer, because yeah, I think we're probably going to see 2 birds come in and maybe 2 turns laying eggs for my opponent, in which case I'm going to skip. I'm going to play it safe. I do not want to take any risks in this situation. I feel like I'm in a nice place in this game, and I'm hoping for a win, so I don't want to give any opportunities for my opponent to try and drag things back here. So what is the play? Is a bobolink. Okay, they are good for eggs. That is useful information, and a nice play as well. So yeah, 3 cards here. Okay, so in that case, you probably are going to play one. Maybe play 2. Maybe take food and play 2 birds. In which case, each card would be a rough point. Alternatively, maybe play a bird and lay eggs twice. In which case, again, every card would be a rough point. So yeah, it's not actually going to be of any benefit. The time when I might use it is that last time drawing cards, because I'll be able to get one for the Eastern Imperial Eagle, of course. But for now, yeah, we'll draw 4 cards. See what we can find. Anything good? Not really. So tuck you. Obviously no eggs available on the Bioweaver. What do we do here? Probably just take a card and tuck it. I don't think I'm going to be playing any of those. And yeah, we'll do the full 3 tucks here for the worm. And we'll skip. We'll skip the Gallignol. So now, I think what the plan is going to be, I I think we triple play in the forest. Vireo, Woodpecker, Warbler. That is going to clear out the eggs off the Bioweaver, so we can then go through and draw cards again. And then if I plan to use that Gallinule, that will give me the cards for Imperial Eagle. I think that's worth committing to because, yeah, that last turn drawing cards, if, you know, Bioweaver is going to be full, I'm not going to get the full egg. So Red-Cocated Woodpecker, I feel like there's definitely an endangered species protector over here, and I'm not happy about it because there's a lot of points, a lot of bonus cards. But we'll get our triple player, which, I mean, this is big points in its own right, but it's super helpful for the Forester as well. So we could have done one final run through to get the Titmouse in as well, but I don't really think that's worth it here, especially given that I am going to be playing the Eagle, so every card is necessary. But there we go, nice triple play, big chunk of points there through the Forester as well. So let's say one last turn, drawing cards here. Got to make sure we leave enough cards to play the Eagle. I think that will be the plan, because it looks like we are going to see some kind of play come into this Wetlands. If it's a double play, I'm very nervous of like double play Egret into something. It could well be. We'll have to check the food. What's my opponent got? Yeah, okay, 2 nectars and 1 fish. So okay, probably then at most only 3 going in, potentially 4, but I don't think it's possible to reach 5. So in that case, Eastern Imperial Eagle. It will be worth it. It will definitely be worth it. So let's go ahead. Draw our cards. And okay, this is where I've got to be careful. So we do 1 tuck here, I think. Use the Order in Skull. We can then do 1 tuck here. We can then do... I could do 2 tucks here and then use the Gallinule. But again, it's going to be a point for me, and at worst, it's going to be a point for my opponent with the rough, so there's no need. Yeah, I'll just do the 1, and then I can play this Eastern Imperial Eagle at the end of the game. So skip, Gallinule. I think I might have only used that once at the start of the game to get me the Rosy Starling, and then skipped it every other time. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this final play is for my opponent. If it's another bonus card, I definitely won't be happy, because I don't know how they found this many bonus cards. This is a Spoon Bowl, so okay. Lots of bonus card birds coming through in this game, but that makes it all the more worthwhile to play this Eastern Imperial Eagle. So nice big point play, and yeah, picking up end of round goal points for us as well. So just the 1 tuck on the rough, but Kakapo as well. I say there could be some really strong bonus cards over here. We just don't know. Obviously, we did okay on the Forester, but really missed out on that second bonus card we draw. So yeah, nice end of round goal win for us. And yeah, it's going to be Kakapo time for my opponent. And all right, here we go into the nectar scoring, which again, not our strongest aspect of the game, but good thing we at least qualified in the grasslands and the wetlands. So into the final scores, and I don't know, this could be close. It is going to come down to my opponent's bonus cards, and if they're strong, I think we're going to be in trouble. So how strong are we looking at? 22 is pretty nice. So yeah, we are going to have a bit of a mountain to climb. Obviously, it was all about the tuck cards for us. Few for my opponent via the rough, but we're going to need to build a bit of a lead here because we're not getting much in the way of nectars. How close is this game going to be? It's pretty close, but we hold on for the win. So 127 up against 120. Yeah, very nice game. Very much luck of the draw at the start, getting that Rosy Starling, but we built something really nice. Pushed it, Order in Skull, Bioweaver. And yeah, I think, in all honesty, that triple play for the Forester, that was huge. So unfortunately, Wingspan is doing that thing where it gets stuck after the yellow powers. And I can't go and look at my opponent's board, but we know they had some good bonus cards to get 22 points. But not enough here to do anything in this game as we take the win. So nice result at this point in Major League Wingspan. Wins always useful. And yeah, hopefully will get us through into the playoffs. So thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate, as always. Yeah, we've got lots more games still to go. Hopefully you can watch along with those. Make sure you hit subscribe so you get notified about them. And I'll see you again very soon.